Hey guys, it's me again. I'm gonna just try and take you through another class. So this one is mostly focused on trying to generate power from the hips. So there's going to be a lot of drills where you kind of shift in your stance to work on that. So yeah, we're gonna just start with a quick warm-up. Just start by loosening up a little bit. We're gonna do, as always, a nice torso twists. And side bends. And then let's do some hip openers. So legs up and around. Now go the other way, so bring them up on the outside and pull them in. Good work. Now we're just going to do some quick calf raises. I know you can't see my feet, but as you can maybe see from my bobbing head, just going up on your toes and then back on your heels. And shake it out. We're just going to do a very quick warm-up and then get into the drills. So we're going to start with 10 push-ups. You probably won't be able to see me. Promise I'm doing them. So whenever you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll do the last one a little bit slower. So for 10, go halfway down, 3/4 down, inch off the ground, hold it, 3/4, well, a quarter up, halfway up, and up. Good work. Now we're just gonna go onto our back and we're gonna do 20 leg raises. Hope you'll be able to see my legs at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, up on your feet. And we're just gonna do 20 squats. 1, make sure you're keeping your weight back. 2, 3, so you want your weight on your heels. Make sure your knees are going past your toes. 7, I think, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. All right, good work. Now just to round it off, get some cardio. We're gonna do 1 minute of shadow boxing. So, however you'd like it. If you're still a little bit unsure, you can just do kind of simple combo, jab, reverse, hook. If you want, you can feel free to add in some kicks. Really just whatever you want to practice. So now you're ready, go ahead. Make sure you breathe. Oops. body work. If you like, you can grab a quick drink, and then we're just going to do some quick stretches. All right, we'll just start by reaching up. And reach down for your toes. Widen your stance, have your legs extended about 70% of the way, just into a nice comfortable stretch. Now reach over to one side. And switch to the other side. All right, back to the middle. We're gonna go into a frog stretch, so I know you won't really be able to see me, but bring your knees to the ground. Tuck your feet in, make sure that they're in line with your knees, and then just kind of sit back. I am here, just a little lower than the camera probably reaches. Come on out of it for a second, and then sink back in. Try to deepen it a little bit. All right, now let's sit up. Tuck one leg in, reach for your toes. Switch sides. Now pick a side, lie down, pull your leg in, and go into your quad stretch. I should have maybe done this one standing so that you could see me, but I have made mistakes and I'm on the ground. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to switch onto your other side and just stretch out your other quad. Just pulling your foot towards your butt, trying to keep your shoulders, hips, and knee in a line, almost like you're doing a roundhouse kick. And come on up. You can sit down to do these stretches if you'd like. I'm going to stand because I have learned this time so you can see me. Just pull one arm across your body. Make sure you're either on the inside or the outside of your elbow. No weight directly there. Just, you know, we don't want to hurt our joints any more than they will get in the course of everyday activities. Switch sides. Take one arm, stretch it behind you. Switch sides. All right, we'll do a couple more stretches to try and work on hips and back. Start with the figure four. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If not, just starting on the ground. Put one foot with the knee up, put your other leg on top, and just kind of pull it in. If that is not stretching it enough, just try and make sure you're keeping your shoulders and neck on the ground. Switch sides. If you're struggling with that and you're finding that, you know, your head, neck, shoulders are coming off the ground, then let it go a little bit more. If you're not feeling it, you can reach a bit further to grab your shin. This is hard to explain. This was maybe not a good stretch to choose, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. All right, and let that go. Now just on your back, take one leg and kind of put it over, grabbing the knee, look in the other direction just to kind of like twist your back a little bit, stretch out the lower back. And switch sides. So again, you're taking one knee, putting it over the other leg, turning away from it, just to stretch the back. Or if you don't know what I'm talking about, feel free to do any other back stretch. Or in general, if you want to do any other stretch, go for it. All right, and let's come up. So the first drill that we're going to do is going to practice our geri kekomi, which is our thrusting front kick. Just because the thrusting kick, it needs a lot more hip movement than the snap kick. So in our thrusting front kick, the hip should be moving forwards. So I'll back up a little bit. So see, leg comes up, and then as I'm kicking, my hip goes forwards before I retract. Whereas in the snap kick, although you still want to be, generating power, it's much faster, much more of just a quick snap out and back down. The thrust kick is also kind of our door stomping kick. Think like you're trying to push down a door. You really want to get that hip into there. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. We're just going to practice a couple of those. We'll do 10 each side. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Seach. Hutch. Q. Ju. So when I do this, I tend to find if my base foot isn't already pointed on a bit of an angle, it's turning, which is, cool. It's helping me to get my hips into it. Just make sure you're not ever going onto your toes, because you're already on one foot. The last thing you want is to just have practically no feet on the ground, and then someone will probably sweep you. All right, let's do the other side. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Seach. Hutch. Q. Ju. So the same principles as a normal geri apply. You want to make sure that you're aiming with the ball of your foot. So, have your foot pointed but your toes flexed back, because you don't want to be kicking with your toes. You want to kick with that part. So it's, if you stand on your tiptoes, which you can't see, it's the part that's touching the ground. And then really make sure you have that chamber, kick, retract, and then pull down. Because if you just try and swing it down or just swing it up, someone will very likely grab your leg and throw you. All right, next we're going to move into some other drills which have more stance work to get power. So we're going to start with, one of my favorites. It's going to be, we're going to step out into a zenkutsu dachi and then shift into another one. And while we do, we're going to do a Haito, which is possibly my favorite technique, and then a tate tsuki. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out at an angle. It doesn't have to be any particular angle. I'm kind of aiming for about 45 degrees. So I'm in a zenkutsu dachi, kind of facing this way. As I do, my other hand's going to come out with a Haito, so I'm stepping with my left leg, step back so you can hopefully see a bit better. I'm doing that Haito. And then from here, I'm going to shift, so my feet stay where they are, but now I'm in a right foot forward zenkutsu dachi. And I'm going to do that tate tsuki. So our Haito, that's our rich hand strike. You want to make sure that you're keeping your thumb really tucked in. So I'm trying to hit with this part here. And our tate tsuki is our vertical fist punch. So you want to, it's almost like a normal corkscrew punch, but you have your fist is going to stop vertical. So we're just going to do a few of these. So I'm going to start moving with my left leg, striking the Haito with my right hand. You're welcome to do the same or mirror, up to you. Just pick a side. And then I'm going to be switching every time. Each. When you're doing this, really think about getting your hips engaged, and especially with the tate tsuki, turn your hips and then go for that punch. I really like shifting in Zen to work on getting those hips, because when I'm shifting my stance, it is starting from the hips and then my feet just kind of move as a byproduct. Keep your weight kind of light on your toes for the shift to help them move. All right, and I'm gonna go for the other side. Ni. San. Make sure you keep breathing. Shi. Go. Rook. Seach. Hutch. Q. Ju. Gonna do 10 more. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. right, good work. So now we're going to be doing another drill that's in zenkutsu dachi, and we're shifting each way just because I find that's a really good way to work on starting from the hips. So for this time, we're just going to stay in one place. We're just going to punch. So it's going to be a gyaku tsuki, or a reverse punch. So my left foot's forward, but I'm punching with my right arm. So we're just going to do a few of these back and forth. And really all you're doing is you're shifting your stance. I'm punching and then going the other way. So it's the general rule is feet first and then hands. And I'm still doing that. But while I'm turning and shifting my feet, I'm trying to kind of capitalize on that so I can use that momentum, use my hip rotation to just extend out into the arm. So just start with whichever side you'd like up. So I right now have my left leg forward in a zenkutsu dachi with my right foot, or right hand out, sorry. And I'm just going to, every count, I'm just going to go and punch the other side. Each. Ni, san, shi, go, ro, sit, hat, kyu, ju, hai. So again, remembering those same points as last time, you start in your stance, you want to lead with your hips, and then as your hips are moving, you're kind of shifting on the balls of your feet to get to the other side. Let's just do 10 more of these. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sit, hat, kyu, ju, hai. Alright, good work. I'm going to grab a drink. You're more than welcome to do so as well. So actually this time we're starting our shiko dachi and aiming for about a 45-degree angle. I know it's a little hard to see my legs. This probably isn't going to work, but you know, may as well try it. So I have, I'm in a shiko at a 45-degree angle, which means my body is pointing towards that corner. And I have my back foot pointing towards that wall, my front one pointing towards you. So I'm just starting in this shiko dachi. I'm going to clear. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift into a zenkutsu dachi. And I'm going to, again, go for that gyaku tsuki. Try and really capitalize on that hip movement. So each. Just clear and go back. Ni, san, shi, go, ro, sit. My feet are staying more or less where they are. I'm just shifting the hips to switch stances. Hat, kyu, ju. All right, good work. And switch sides. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sit, hat, kyu, ju, hai. Nicely done. So I just had one more drill that I wanted to work on for today. Let's adjust that a little bit. And that's going to, essentially, you're just going to be sitting in a parallel stance for this one, and we're just going to do straight up punches. So this one doesn't have as much stance work, but I want you to try and think about what we were just doing and really apply that hip shifting to try and get to your punches. So normally if you're just standing here and you move your hips, you should feel your arms moving as long as you're nice and loose, just because that's the nature of how the body works. Things are attached, moving one thing moves the other. So kind of think about that, and you want to use your hip motion to help drive your arm forward. That way you can get a little bit more power. That's one of the reasons it's important to stay nice and loose and everything, hard as it is, just because when you stay loose, you can get a little bit more speed into it and a little bit more power. So just start with one arm out, and again we're going to do 20 punches. Really think about having it come from your hip. If you're wearing a belt, it should be moving. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sit, hat, kyu, ju, ju-ichi, ju-ni, ju-san, ju-shi, ju-go, Juro, Jusichi, Juhachi, Jukyu, Niju. Hi! Nicely done. Again, if you'd like to work on any of that, you are more than welcome to in your own time. But in the meantime, we're just gonna quickly cool down. It's like we did at the beginning, reach up. If you'd like, you can go on your toes. Depending on space constraints, I am nowhere near touching my ceiling, so I am safe. For anyone who is taller, well, I hope you have space. If not, you have long arms and can give me a hard time sparring. So it all works out in the end. And reach forward. Now we're going to come up, and as I have learned from my mistakes, we're going to do our quad stretch standing. And switch sides. I'm going to go to the ground. I'm going to do a hamstring stretch. Sometimes when I do this, I like to essentially sit on my back foot and then reach toward my toes. I find it gets a little bit of a deeper stretch, but you know, you can do any stretch that you like that helps get your hamstring. Just as long as you're stretching something, trying to, you know, retain a bit of flexibility, make sure that you don't hurt anything. Switch sides. Try and make sure that you're keeping your back straight, so instead of looking down, you want to be looking a little bit ahead. And come on up. Grab one arm, pull it across. Switch sides. Take one arm, put it behind you. Switch sides. And I'm just going to end off with a cobra and then a child's pose, which, again, I'm not sure you can see, probably not, but, you know, have your arms a little bit in front of you, push up. Try to keep your hips on the ground to make sure that you're getting a proper stretch and not hurting anything. And I'm going to push back into child's pose, trying to sit on my feet, but walk my hands out as far as I can without letting my butt come up to get a good stretch in the shoulders. And relax. Obviously, if there's anything else you would like to stretch, you are more than welcome to keep doing so. In the meantime, I hope that was a good class. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and I look forward to seeing you and training with you soon. Have a good day.